certificate. I was curious. Gender teaches that there's all these other like options to consider. That it's not just male and female, and but that's a problem. That's confusion. We are male and female, folks. That's what we were talking about earlier.
But clearly I confuse you.
No, no, no. I just responded to what you said earlier. You said no matter what people say, I'm a female. They might call me a male. Then you said I got this thing down here, so I'm just responding. That's why I'm concerned because I know that God is able. Transgender is just a state of mind. You've chosen to view yourself in a way. That's what I didn't even know this until I went up to Michigan. I was preaching up there. I thought transgender was the same as transsexual, but it's not, right? The transgender is different. Transgender is somebody who hasn't had a sex change yet, but they identify with the opposite gender that they were born. My concern is that there's a lot of confusion out there.
My concern is that this man is trying to embarrass me in front of everyone in front of the beach.
I don't know. Are you embarrassed?
No,
Well, then, why did you say I'm trying to embarrass you?
because clearly that's what you're
Well,
doing.
what are gay pride events for? Why are you thinking I'm embarrassing? I'm not. This stuff is normal nowadays. I
Did I
thought.
say you were, or did I
Well, you
say
said I was trying to. Well, how am I trying to? I don't know why you think that. I'm talking about transgender. I wasn't even talking about you.
But clearly you are, because if you're going to ask me that question, then say that over a microphone.
Well, I did ask you because you said it in public. You came to me and you mentioned it. I mean,
Now that you're targeting everyone who walks by here, you want to call women whores, you want to talk
No,
about
no, I never just called someone a whore. I never said that. I said there are people who live that lifestyle, which the life of promiscuity.
now you're
Hold on a minute.
backtracking.
No, I mean I have it all on
Now
video.
you're
I have it all
backtracking.
on video, and the people heard. Everyone heard what I said. This is exactly what I said. Now, I will tell you this. I don't like it when people just blindly call people whores. Honestly, honestly, I don't even use the word. Listen to me. Listen to me. I don't. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? That's why I got a videotape because of false accusers. The false accusers.
That's exactly why
Listen,
you got punched in the
what I talk about is how the Bible says there are people who are called women are called whores, harlots, and prostitutes. And the Bible says that they have a certain way of dress in Proverbs chapter 7. I'm a teacher of the Bible. I'm a preacher of the truth. Don't hate me because I love the Bible. Don't hate me because I preach the Bible. I don't just single people out. If someone came to me and said, I have been having sex with multiple sex partners out of marriage, and I might say, well, that's something that a whore would do. That's something that a prostitute might do. Yes. Out of love, they've admitted that they're sleeping around, right?
but
And even then, I wouldn't say there's no hope for them. I mean, look, I was a whoremonger. The Bible calls a man who is sexually immoral is called a whoremonger. So I was a whoremonger. I'm going to tell you that I received forgiveness as a whoremonger. I used to run after whores. That's what a whoremonger is. I used to desire a whore. I used to purposely look for a woman who was loose, a woman who had no dignity, a woman who had no self-respect, who would just give it up. But you know what? You shouldn't just give it up, should you, women? I mean, you think about the end of the day. I mean, I've been married for 16 years. My wife, she doesn't even like me touching her sometimes. She's like, just don't touch me right now. Because a woman's body is private. A woman's body, no. You hear what I'm saying? Women sometimes want their space. They want their privacy. They don't want to be fondled. They don't want to be treated that way. You see, my point is that when you live in this manner, when you live in this type of lifestyle that I'm talking about, that the internet promotes, you end up giving away your virginity. You end up giving away your dignity. You just hop into bed. You just do whatever is animalistic, whatever feels good in the moment. But you gotta understand that there's wisdom. There's wisdom that God wants you to walk in. He wants you to understand. There's consequences. There's consequences to your sin, folks. There's consequences to immorality. There's consequences to smoking. There's consequences. I'm going to tell you that Jesus Christ took all the consequences, all the punishment, all the payment of sin that we deserve. And some of you are starting to taste a little bit. You're starting to experience some of the consequences of your sin. You know what they are? Their depression, their anxiety, their hopelessness. You're starting to experience some of these consequences of your sin. Jesus Christ, though, can relieve you of all your guilt and all the consequences of a life of sin. Renew you, give you a renewed mind, give you, a hope. See, Jesus Christ, He makes you a new creation. He fashions a